You want to say hi to everybody, Molly? Because it's time for a live show. Yay! Does that make you happy? Come see Papa. Yay! He's so happy. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's see how many people show up. Oh, I got to get my phones. There's one here. Oh, my gosh. Hold on, we'll be right with you in case you're here right now. There it is for a live show. I gotta get on here from my laptop so I can talk to y'all. Here we go. There it is. Time for a live show. Hey, Heidi ho. All right. We're in the learning center. All right, here I got the laptop. I got the other phone here. Man, oh man, y'all, it is crazy. We can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Right now, we're helping another family break free from the Matrix. Are they watching tonight? We're building a house, man. We've been building a house. We're doing a stick house. This will be my first time building a full... I built this place here. This is a learning center. This is out of sticks. But we're building the whole house over there from the ground up. Be the first one. So that's kind of cool, man. You guys should get to learn your skills. We could talk about how they've scammed you into not knowing how to do anything. A lot of people don't know how to build a house. Come on in, darling. And every man, for sure, should build a house.
Hi.
Because it's a good experience, everyone. And it's good for your, your self-sustainability, if you will. All right, let's see if we got a good connection tonight. How's the connection? Can't get no connection. Hand me my mouse over there, would you, darling? Sold out of the cups right quick. We got more coming in a couple weeks. They will tarnish on the inside. You're going to drink in there, and you're going to see some black dots or some kind of a tarnished look and everything. That's totally normal. And stay tuned for more cups coming in. You're gonna see some...
There you are.
Wow, the signal is so good tonight.
How's that? How do we do it?
Oh man, while we wait for those to come in, if you guys like to patronize what Stacy and I got going on here, we have some books for you guys to help you through your ways. Recipe books. A lot of people don't cook from scratch anymore.
Yeah, if you guys could pick one thing for your health and not change anything else, is stop eating out.
Yeah.
Because eating out...
Especially now that we're learning what we're learning.
Well, and a lot of times, you look at food and you look at calories. A lot of people are counting calories, but let's say you get a certain amount of calories from eating, something like you went through a fast food restaurant, like you went to McDonald's or something, and you made something at home. Probably, what you made at home is going to be much more nutrient dense than all the processed seed oils and stuff that they use, the oils, all that stuff that they put, and all the different chemicals to help let it last for such a long time too, without it spoiling. And you look at all the stories that they show, how they have the hamburgers and the French fries that look just like they bought them that day, and they're 4 and 5 years old.
You've seen the videos.
Yeah, and there's tons of them. So, look at that. You're putting that inside of your body. So you start doing that, and you could really start noticing a change just from changing what you're doing and not eating out and cooking from scratch.
All right, so we got globalist Peter Thiel's business partner, J.D. Vance, is Trump's running mate. What a few days for Trump. This is David Icke, by the way. The shooting, the financial and promotional support from Elon Musk and other billionaires over the dropping of the criminal charges over the classified documents today. The Republican nomination convention 2 days after the shooting. And by the way, like right after, he was golfing. And it's just kind of weird, y'all. I'm just telling you now. Vance is a business associate of billionaire Peter Thiel, who serves on the steering committee of the globalist Bilderberg Group and is the founder of Palantir, which provides surveillance and other tech for the Pentagon and intelligence networks. Thiel and Vance also invest in Rumble and fund the Roman Catholic Hallow prayer app promoted by people like Russell Brand. Thiel was on Trump's transition team after he won the election in 2016. Quite an anti-globalist, anti-deep state lineup. Now listen, He's also on record saying that he doesn't like Trump. He was a total anti-Trumper. Oh my gosh, y'all. What are we doing here? Oh, it's crazy. If you don't believe me, oh, there it is right there.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him. I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
I don't know, man. Like everything's
That's
like,
the guy?
yeah, it's everything's a trip. He just grew a beard and mustache, and he thinks everyone's gonna forget. And then I have another post. Like I'm just telling you guys, I just want you to know the full facts here. That's all. No other. What do you call it? Motivation. But I got him on the record here. Also, I just posted it on the X. I hope you guys are following me on X. It's at Doug and Stacy. And it's President Trump. Of course, he said, get the vax. The vax is good. I got the vax. And here's JD Vance. American hospitals are overwhelmed. It's time to take this seriously and start. Let's fire thousands of nurses who refuse to get the vaccine. That would help. And also, I know in Ohio, we got some other problems there. Don't talk about that Palatine or where the chemical spills. I mean, just on and on. Like something's not just right, yo. And they're gonna bring up his nice little cute little history, because he kind of comes from like the single mom story and everything. So just keep your eye out. There's lots to behold. The world is a stage. All right.
Well, how's everyone holding up?
Yeah,
Lots
sure.
of
People
heat.
change their politics. I get it. Yeah, Trump used to be a Democrat. I get it. It's all good.
Oh, Carla has a very good
I
question.
just present you the information. What you guys do with it is up to you.
And I'm sure we'll get back to talking more about that too.
We'll pop in and out.
Yes, Carla wants to know, are smartwatches bad for you?
Absolutely.
So you're having that
Don't do it.
electromagnetic going through your body and you're wearing it all the time. People sleep in them. Sleeping is your most crucial time. That's when your body repairs itself. It's when your brain... Show you what?
I could show them. I could give them an example. I could put on my meter and put it by the iPod and show them how that thing's lighting up. And when I open it up, well, I could do a video about it this week.
Yeah. Well, just think, you got that going through all the time. And a lot of people want to see if they're sleeping properly or doing this. Well, it's interrupting that good sleep that's repairing your brain and your body, your aches, your pains, healing your mind. I mean, everything. So, and people are wearing it all the time. And we need to get away from all that electromagnetic stuff. You got it in the cell towers everywhere. You're going in office buildings. You got it in your home. So make sure that you're turning off your Wi-Fi at night, especially when you're sleeping. Getting out of nature, grounding, because that'll help, not make some of those electromagnetic frequencies as powerful because they're going to build up in your body. But no way, Jose, with those watches. Even before I knew half the stuff many, 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 many years ago, I never even felt right about wearing those. I mean, everyone thinks they're cool and they can do a lot because they can track this, but I would not want anything like that on my body.
They're harnessing your bio data. Don't you guys understand we're going into this crazy new age stuff? Like everything is about your body and your body dynamics. They want to tap into all that stuff. They're talking about these med beds and eventually just cutting your head off and transferring bodies and stuff. Man, they have to have all this information. It used to take years and years and years to get DNA or to get this kind of information. You had to do studies, and then you had to go out and pay people, like find suckers to come in and give them all the information off their DNA or take pills, see how they react to them and stuff, right? And now we just had the largest DNA grab in human history with this COVID rollout, and everyone got swabs shoved up their nose, and they have got a lot of DNA. That's what's up. That's crazy, man. Bioweapons galore.
There's lots of storms around.
Yeah, we're gonna have storms here tonight.
Oh, and I saw someone and I forgot. I didn't see who it was.
Who was it?
Well, I couldn't find. I want to find her name. She said that her garden got from the winds and the storm got ruined. It's terrible. I know mine. We had a little tornado here, kind of, and it messed up everything. My whole garden is like sideways. I can't get it to go up. But I don't want to mess with anything because they're still producing and it's like a jungle. But I'm just leaving it, and it'll be fine, I hope.
All right. I told y'all, man, like Pike said, when you want a hero, we'll present you with one. Everything just seems so crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, really. I mean,
I'm watching the Trump boys too. Like they're at the convention and stuff, and it's like, ha 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 ha. No problem. Hey, how you doing? Ha ha. And if my dad was just like assassinated like 2 days ago, it's like attempted assassination and stuff. I think I'd be a little more edgy, a little more crazy. I don't know. It's just me. I don't know. I don't know. It just seems weird, man. He's golfing the next morning. He's at the convention today. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what to tell you. And don't be mad at me, guys. Like some people are just, they bought into this so hardcore. It's like
Well,
they
with
start
everything,
throwing vitriol and stuff. I mean, we're just trying to present information and talk about this clearly
I mean, just think about this.
so we
Look,
can see.
our whole history of everything that's gone on
It's just
in
crazy.
the world.
Joe Biden's been around there for all this time,
Yeah,
man,
it's
and they
just-
act like they're just resting everything on the last 4 years.
It's like it just seems like it's just
It's like wild.
It's kind of crazy, and you have to look at how everything has been playing out and how things happened. It just seems like, I don't know. It doesn't. Something's not right.
It's
Something's
wild.
rotten in Denmark.
It
doesn't
just
seem
seems
right.
it's just crazy, like to watch all of it go on and on. And then there was a ladder on the building that the kid climbed up, and then like they show a picture of a different dude, but they say it's that dude. Then they show everyone saying, "Hey, they're over there. Here they are, clear as day." I mean, it's just like on and on with the stuff you could talk about.
And then when they're talking about they're not going to call them 15-minute cities. They're going to call them freedom cities.
Yeah, they're going to start
Because
changing the
all
name.
this stuff coming with the patriotism, really, they're going to start to bring all that back, but they're going to still keep the AI. They're going to keep the patriotic cities. They're going to call them
I
freedom
just told
cities
you,
and all
JD
that.
Vance is in bed with the big surveillance
Yeah,
people,
so-
man. I mean, you guys, everything is for a reason.
What's the saying? You question everything.
But hey,
Yeah.
trust but verify, question everything. That's
Yeah.
where I'm at. I am not buying the narrative anymore. Nope.
That's right.
next-
Susan
yes.
said she's ditching your Fitbit. Yes.
Good. I would.
Yes.
When I do the
Definitely.
video this week, I'll do
Okay,
it.
here, I'm going to tell you.
Tell them.
I have been in the fitness field for
Show them those guns.
a long time. A
Long,
long
time.
And
No,
I
longer than
remember
35. We've
No,
been
long
married
time,
25.
like probably 40 years. I've been in it a long time. So I've seen all the fads. I've done all the fads. I've done this, but I never did the Fitbit and never did any of that kind of stuff. And a lot of times when I teach classes or I work with people, the big thing is I think it's really how you're feeling on a lot of it, your perceived exertion. So when you're doing things and you feel like you're doing things, and you're moving and doing your stuff, and a lot of people want to know their steps. You can get those little, I don't know, what are they called? Not pedometer, but you can put them on your shoe and it just clicks, and it's not electronic or anything.
Yeah,
And
like
it'll
your bike
tell
used
you.
to have on your tires.
Yeah, and you can get those old-fashioned things if you want to know.
Just go out there and bust it that walk
Like,
till
just
you just
go,
are tired
yeah.
and then come back home.
I mean, think about-
what do you need all this stuff for? But back to what I was saying is that they're basically stealing all of your biometric data through the new ear pods coming out and through the Fitbits. They're monitoring your heartbeat, your sweat, everything you react to is all right there, and they're feeding that into the AI. Just
Anita,
go break a sweat.
well, I'm just telling you, yeah, sweating, that's your skin's one of your major detoxifying organs here. So sweating is amazing.
Peaches for us?
No, not yet. I will.
That's all you wanted.
I did, but I'll get more for
You
you.
didn't even keep a couple back.
No.
Dang, girl, you didn't even keep a
So,
couple.
Anita-
pieces back,
Anita
girl.
wants to know what I take to get more B12. Meat. Beef.
Meat,
How about some
beef.
beef? Beef is just amazing.
And the kind with one strand of DNA, not the kind with 186 strands of DNA.
So let's talk about that really quick. Oh, good. Kristen signed up for Jazzercise. I love Jazzercise. Loved it. Because it's one thing, Jazzercise is really fun because you'll learn a routine and you'll do it for a while. And then you'll get really good and you can get it better and look better. And then they'll change it. So that's fun. Jazzercise is fun. They have good music. All right. Well, now what was I going to say? I got distracted from Jazzercise.
Squirrel.
Yeah. What were you saying? What was I talking about?
Meat, strands of DNA.
Oh, someone just said something about Bragg's.
Bragg's
Honestly,
is out.
I would just try
We're not
another
trying
brand.
Bragg's no more.
Yeah.
Make your own or
Make your own is so
go
easy,
get a different
guys.
brand. There's
Vinegar
a couple
is
other good
easy.
brands out there.
Yeah, there's lots of just organic raw apple cider vinegar. But don't. Yeah,
Come on,
I wouldn't do Bragg's. What was I talking about?
to the DNA and the beef.
Oh, for most of us, just go. Here's the thing. You want to put your money around in your community or
Yes.
around for like local people,
Yes.
like citizens in your community.
Yes.
That's where we need to start putting money, because you want to put your money where your mouth is, I guess, because you know what? If you don't want to support a lot of these big businesses or these businesses that support other things, your money will go a long way. So don't buy that stuff. They'll start changing if you choose other ways to buy things.
Yeah.
So going and finding a farmer. I mean, honestly, out in the country, go knock on the door and say, I see you have cows. Do you, if you want to do that, if you talk to people around town or go to the local store in a small town and ask, is there a farmer around here that sells beef? And a lot of these small towns honestly do have little stores or people that have little businesses that they have farms and they sell meat too, where you can find a lot of this stuff, as well as going to some of your local farmers markets. You have a lot of people.
Great video.
Yeah, he did a video on that, and then ask about, what's going on, if you can find local meat and support your farmer. I always talk about community supported agriculture, get into co-ops.
We got to get out of this big corporation stuff, man.
Yeah,
they're making
totally.
you sick. They're polluting everything, and they want to mRNA everything up, man. They're jacking with everything, you guys. Look, we're in a spiritual fight. I don't care if you believe this stuff or not, man, but the adversary is running wild on the streets right now. And all it takes for evil to exist is for good men to do nothing. But the first thing you have to do is start at home. Try to eat the best you can so you're staying aware, so your pineal gland is staying uncalcified. Don't drink the fluoride. Don't eat the plastic, drink the plastic water. Don't put aluminum on your food when you cook it. Get away from these type of things.
Stop right there. So he's talking about, you're not like sprinkling aluminum on your food. Make sure what you're cooking in is not Teflon. And they got rid of the word Teflon. Like when you get a bad word that they like to change, they'll change it. So they'll say non-stick pans now. Even these pans that look like they're stainless steel, they're made out of aluminum like coating. So be very wary of what you're cooking with, because when you heat it up, those smells come up. You get those forever chemicals. They're terrible for your endocrine system. They'll mess up with your fertility, all this kind of stuff. So make sure you're using glass, you're using stoneware, you're using cast iron, stainless steel, glass, things like that when you're cooking, because that'll make a huge difference.
Especially aluminum foil, so you don't want to be using aluminum foil like around your corn or potatoes or stuff like that. These are a lot of things that you guys can do to help battle some of the free radicals and stuff that are being punched in your face, especially like your carpet has formaldehyde in it and all your toxins that are in your house. And a lot of the chemicals that people use and air fresheners on the daily, the Febreze, they make it look so good, but all that stuff is...
And every time I go to the store now, it comes out how bad air fresheners are for you, because they have these terrible chemicals. Why do you think people are having reproductive problems? People are having menstrual problems. People are having lots of stuff happening to them hormonally. Well, you look at all these air fresheners, the air fresheners in your car, the air fresheners, the smells that they put in candles, your plug-ins, all that stuff.
Plug it in. Come on, you used to plug it in.
That's what made me sick.
Tell them, girl.
They all know.
Tonight is talk night.
Yeah.
It's time for a live show.
That almost killed me.
It was
literally
making us
I was so
sick.
toxic.
Hit that thumbs up, y'all. Helps with analytics.
I was anal. If we were down, I would stick them in. I would go to the store if I didn't have the air fresheners in the house. I put them everywhere, every single room in my car. I had them everywhere. Yeah. No.
That was one of the first things we kicked to the curb and immediately felt the results.
Yeah, no, that's huge.
Everything's designed to keep you at the hospital so they
and then here's the other thing. Let's talk about this. Laundry detergent or your dryer sheets.
Bounce.
All those things.
Man,
are
all
so
this stuff we
toxic.
grew up on, but maybe back then it was better, but they have polluted everything. Now it's terrible. Everything is polluted. There's nothing you had back in the day that could have been good for you. Like you could eat a Twinkie back in the 60s. 50s.
Well, people were starting to get sick. You could just start seeing the cancer and everything just get more and more and more.
More and more chemicals you can't pronounce.
Yeah, this stuff, just remember, it's not that bad. Or I put a little bit in there. That all those smells and the fragrances that you look at, on all your cleaning products and also your stuff for your clothes. Well, you're putting it on your skin and you're sweating and getting hot, getting cold, and it's just soaking into your skin, even though you think it's no big deal. So it's really important that you're using non-toxic. I do like, if you're going to buy one, it's called Ecos, ECOS. Now, I'm going to tell you a little FYI on that. On the Ecos laundry detergent, they're all good except for there's one, I forgot the flavor of it. But when you read the back, and it smells really potent, it says it's made with fragrance. So a lot of the good stuff that you find, it's going to still be bad. So I like, if I get it, I like the Ecos with the fragrance free. And then they have some other ones, I can't remember, with like lemongrass or something. But then there's one, it's kind of orangey color. I don't remember what the flavor, but it says fragrance. So always turn them around if you have any flavors or anything. And here's another one. If you look at, like, if you're trying to get good potato chips or anything, you know, like I like the Boulder brand, and they have them with avocado oil or coconut oil. Well, a lot of times they have different flavors, you know, if they want the cheddar flavor or this. Even if you got organic one, you flip it over, and a lot of them might have natural flavors on them or maltodextrin. So just always be safe. You just get the plain old chips that don't have all the stuff on them that everyone likes. So you just have to be really diligent and just keep looking, you know, and reading your labels. Please, 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 please.
Yeah, most people don't care. You know what I'm telling you? Tell them something's going to make them bad and sick, and they're just like, well, I don't know if I can give that up. Doesn't this have a weird kind of a Hunger Games, kind of a Illuminati kind of vibe to it? That's tonight at the RNC. That's Marjorie there. And she's got the Illuminati. I don't know if you guys even know this stuff, man, but the back of your dollar bill with the pyramid and the all-seeing eye on it, it's off the chain. Like, I could do videos about it, but I almost think that a lot of people already understand what's going on. But that's her, like, on the stage, and they got the money behind her, the pyramid, and they got her up in the air with the big. It's just very Hunger Games, very Illuminati. And it's just kind of, what's going on, man? What is happening? Are we slipping into something crazy with all this new agey kind of technology or something? I don't get it. I just thought that was interesting. That's tonight at the RNC Dilly Dilly DD. Okay, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. It helps us with the, yeah, look at that. It looks crazy. The dollar bill and everything. Everybody knows about the all-seeing eye. Type that in, man. Watch some, what's my new guy's name there? Not my new guy, but Gordon Maxwell. Type that in. Jordan Maxwell. Yeah, Jordan Maxwell. Type that in. And he'll enlighten you some. All right. Enjoy your wife and life. Yes, and I do. Ecos dishwash soap at Walmart.
Yeah, they have dish soap. The dish soap, and it's just, there's no smell to it, and that's good if you want to use a dish soap. Or, you know, why do they have so many options? There's so much that you can buy. Honestly, you can get a big thing of liquid Castile soap and use it for everything. I use it for everything.
Melaleuca products?
Melaleuca's tea tree. Yeah, that's a good brand. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, John Deere is all crazy with their DEI stuff right now. I think they're going into damage protection mode. And man, as employees, if you guys just start banding together and tell them you don't want to sit around and be forced to believing that there's more than two genders and stuff, I mean, and just get firm about it. You know what I mean? They'll shut up about it.
So Barb says, this happened to us too. And I'm like, it's none of your business. She says she pulled money out of her bank account and the teller wants to know what the money was going to be used for.
Yeah, none of your business. And she's That's exactly what you tell them.
I mean, it's terrible.
None of your business. Yeah. All right. Sarah Beth got her mug and loves it. Y'all, we have some copper mugs that we'll be having for you guys. We just are already sold out in case you missed the first run. And there'll be some more. And these are handmade, by the way, y'all. 100% copper. And they're actually good for you. If you want to say yes in the comments, and I will give you some of the benefits of drinking from copper. And then, you know, just hang tight and we'll have some in like 2 weeks. 2 more live shows. Maybe 3.
Oh, Desiree says she got caught up with the Boulder malt vinegar ones. Yeah, you do have to be careful. I don't like to do any of the chips that don't have that do have the maltodextrin and all that.
Hey, if I put some up for like a pre-sale, like, you know, I'll let it go for orders if you guys are patient.
No, you're not going to do it.
Yeah, for the cups. Yeah, no one has to do nothing.
But it's going to be.
It's going to be like 3 or 4 weeks.
More than that.
I don't want to hear any belly aching. Where's my cup? Where's my cup? No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. so people can get it. All right. So I'm going to put it on for sale right now. And then you guys don't be belly aching about it. As soon as they get in, we'll ship them out to you. But it's going to be about 3-4 weeks.
It's
Okay.
more than that.
And I'm just going to put on like a couple.
How many is a couple?
I don't know. We'll say 200. I have a lot more than that coming in, but I'll just put on 200. And then you guys can get them, and then we'll fill the orders when they come in. If you order other stuff,
don't do it. Don't do it.
We could ship that.
He's not going to do it.
Order stuff.
No, don't.
I already did it.
Oh.
I already did it. It's already done. So if you want your copper mugs, okay? So here, I'm going to read to you guys the benefits of drinking from a copper mug. Ayurvedic medicine says, what's Ayurvedic medicine, Stacy?
It's from the country of India. And they like to look at the body as a whole and figure out what is the root cause of the problem.
That's right.
So, and, you know, different things, people, you know, everyone needs different things. You know, you could look at people's eyes, you can look at people's skin, you can look at people's tongue.
I'm leaving you guys a link right there while I read this to you. What's up? Ayurvedic medicine, drinking water stored in copper vessels such as copper cups or water bottles. I'm not a fan of the water bottle. I'll tell you why at the end. On an empty stomach, detoxifies and cleanses your digestive system first thing in the morning. So first thing in the morning, drink your filtered water, no fluoride, no city water, in your copper cup, and it helps move your intestines along. It helps detoxify your stomach. Okay? It helps stimulate the stomach muscles to move waste products through the intestine and out of the body. Copper kills bacteria, the 2 common bacteria that cause serious illness. Copper also helps prevent bacteria that cause diarrhea from drinking bad water. You hearing that? If you have actual copper pennies, not the stuff America makes now, but you could put that in your cup of water as well.
The old pennies.
Yeah, old real ones. Drinking from copper cups and bottles also aids in the production of new cells that help replenish the topmost layers of your skin. Copper is the main component in the production of melanonin, which is the pigment that mitigates color of your skin, eyes, and hair.
Oh, Sandy says, that's it, right? She says, great, I've been using the Echoes Magnolia and Lily. Yes, that's this one that with the fragrance. Because that's one you can get at Costco in a big, huge container. That's the one that has fragrance. Do you have a recipe for laundry soap? I mean, honestly, you could just use baking soda. You can put some vinegar in there, and that's it. Put a squirt of Castile soap. You could do washing soda. For me, a lot of times I'll just do washing soda. Now we have to listen to the beep.
Just a couple times. That means the sun's going down.
Yes,
The solar power is not receiving the input. So it's just letting you know that the input is dying from the solar. Not that the system is dying, but just that the power coming in is being diminished. And so if you have to charge your batteries or whatever, you should pay attention to the beeps. But we get a full day charge right now. We do have some storms rolling in, though.
Yeah. But like, I'm just saying, just for like a basic laundry detergent in the powder, you can get the washing soda. You can put the washing soda and maybe put a squirt of like Castile soap in there, and just use that. A lot of people will mix borax with the washing soda, and then you can grate. So I like to do it dry. A lot of people can put it in a bucket, and you can mix it with water. And there's tons of recipes online for all these. But
what about stick incense?
Hold on a minute. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So, yeah. So you could just go ahead and grate a bar of Castile soap in the washing soda. And honestly, I did that for a long time because I ran out of borax. This was years and years ago. So I really don't ever use the borax that much. I just use the Arm & Hammer washing soda with like a bar of Castile soap, mix it all together, and you just, put a couple tablespoons in your laundry, and it works great. And then I always use vinegar in my rinse cycle to get anything else off. Or if you have any smells or anything, that you want to get out, vinegar is great. Vinegar is great for your hair. It's good for your clothes.
Everything, cleansing your body, helping your chickens.
Gets any residue off of anything.
Clean stuff. It's very good. What about the incense, the stick incense? You like them?
You have to find out what they're made from.
I wouldn't trust them.
So yeah, because a lot of times they do put fragrance in those. So you just have to be very careful, and you have to find or call the company or go online and find out what the ingredients are. A lot of them will say that they have good ones and they have bad ones, just like everything else. I don't really use it, so I can't tell you a brand that I would trust.
I would say no. Can you use honey?
Honestly, wait, stop. if you want incense, what I would do is you can buy the sage.
Yes.
You know, you can get the sage. You can grow sage, dry it out, roll it up. You know, you can wrap it with a string like you see in the stores. And if you want to learn how to do it, maybe go buy one. A sage, you know, the smudge sticks or the sage. They're very inexpensive, and you can make your own. It's simple, and your house will smell great.
It'll be smelling great.
you
Stacy, I need the expertise. Can I use honey that's been heated up to 120 degrees for ferments? Man, that's kind of hot.
No, heat it up.
I don't know
Why
why'd
were
you
they
heat
heating
it up for?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't even use it.
Well, I mean, you're going to heat it up when you put. You can use
Maybe
it in
just
your
like
put it in
tea
your
or
something
something.
hot already.
Yeah.
It's already been hot. You could go ahead and do
You're
that.
missing all the advantages of the honey because now you're killing the enzymes and everything. Alrighty, the Rest and Digest tea, and I love it, and I don't even really drink tea. Thank you, Steve Walker.
Yeah, Rest and Digest is I love it.
And in case you guys don't know, we actually have a proprietary blend called Rest and Digest tea that we sell also at this link providing you. That Stacy and I blend ourselves with helps from our family and friends, and we sell it to you guys. And it's it helps you sleep. It helps with digestion. It's good for after dinner or before bed.
Chamomile, it's very relaxing. Good, it relaxes the nervous system, and it just has ginger in it, which is good.
We use Dr. Bronner's, or what else do you use?
Kirk's. I like Kirk's. Kirk's is inexpensive too. You can get a very unscented bar. It's KIRKS. Kirk's. It's been around forever. That's another great
Could
band.
you drink Rest and Digest if you're pregnant? I don't see why not.
Yeah. I mean, always ask your healthcare provider if you have a midwife or whatever, if there's anything you need to look at. But what's in the Rest and Digest is chamomile, ginger, let me think, lemongrass, and spearmint. So, well, the one thing I will say for pregnant women, it depends. I mean, like peppermint and spearmint, you don't want to have a lot of. So just, you can ask. But if it's something that you are going to just do once in a while, but always ask your healthcare provider.
They want to see my stains. There's rips, actually. That's why I got this whole thing rolled up. You can see all them stains right there. I don't know what it is about the camera and stuff that makes it look like it's stain-free or fresh.
That sure's not so bad.
It's not too bad. I got a rip right.
Oh, you're so sweaty.
Oh, yeah.
Roll up your sleeves.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
it's only 100 degrees out. Here.
Yeah, we've been building this house, so that rocks. Y'all, we're really serious about this. You know what I mean? Like, dang, community's where it's at. You guys need to start building a little community around yourself, even if you're an old geezer, right? Like if you're 60s and 70s out there watching us, get your little friends together and get out there somewhere and get your little spot going, and you guys help each other out and build a little community out in the country. The cost of living is a lot cheaper, and you get a little more fresh air and no 5G. I can turn on my meter and go outside right here, and you don't pick up hardly zippo. But I go outside there in the city, man. I should take you guys down there and show you, but it's busy down there. And you won't like it. And that stuff's affecting your health and making you irritated and messing with your heart and your body and everything else. All right. I miss Sundays. I know, but we're doing Mondays.
Well, we'll come back to Sundays.
Maybe.
We will.
Maybe. Some people like Mondays.
Well, we might do summer Mondays and winter Sundays.
We might do Wednesdays or Tuesdays.
No.
Yeah, old geezer in your 60s, right? I know. Somebody said that the other day. They were talking about some old people and they were in their 50s. I was like, what?
Who's in who? Then I guess I'm an old geezer.
All right. Come on now. You guys ask us some questions. What brand meter do you have?
Questions. We got them.
What brand meter do we have?
Life Force. Is that what you're talking about?
No, meter that I read this stuff off.
Yeah, electromagnetic. I thought it's Life Force, I thought.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Somebody asked natural sources of magnesium. Honestly, our chocolate tea that we have, there's
Trifield.
Oh, Trifield. I was close.
Trifield. Let's see what's popping. See, we got that phone popping some Wi-Fi so we can get on with you guys. Closer I get to it, look at that. Boop, 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 boop. That's the electromagnetic field that's affecting your body. Those are facts, Jack. You can ask any person who studies that stuff.
Okay, I'm talking more about magnesium. You get a lot of magnesium in a lot of the leafy greens. You get tons of stuff like we talk about microgreens, growing your own microgreens. So go to barefootmicrogreens.com if you're interested in any of that stuff. And you want to grow your own, you're going to get a lot of them in the little fresh plants, the little microgreens that you can grow. You're in like a lot of nuts and seeds, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds are loaded in magnesium. And then here's one, if you want magnesium or a lot of good mineral rich stuff, blackstrap molasses is loaded. It's the third boiling of the cane, syrup and all that, and it is loaded. It's why it's really dark, very almost black. That's why I call blackstrap molasses, and it's very mineral rich. So if you put some on some toast in the morning, maybe with some good fresh butter, and have some eggs, that would be wonderful. Magnesium is also found. You get them in like some of your dried fruits. Like I love medjool dates, figs. Dates and figs are loaded in those minerals. You get magnesium in that too. So that's a few things, but.
I know how I get magnesium the best way, probably.
I already know the chocolate tea.
Well, the chocolate tea.
I already said that.
Yeah, get the chocolate tea, you guys. Here's the link. But I get it because Stacy gives it to me.
Well, sometimes he wants it every single day, and I make sure I like to vary things. I'm a big advocate of not doing the same thing every single day. It's really important that you change things up. You don't want to get used to the same things, and you need different, vitamins and minerals from different sources and different things. So sometimes I'll change it.
Do you ever make homemade mayonnaise?
I do. Mayonnaise isn't my favorite, but it's simple to do.
But if you want to make ketchup, just type in making ketchup off-grid Doug, and Stacy will walk you through the whole process on making fermented ketchup, which is the bomb.
But mayonnaise is very, very simple. You just need one of those little immersion blender things. You can, and you'll be fine. Some oil. Generally, you want a neutral oil like avocado oil. Definitely, you need to use it. Makes probably the best mayonnaise. But we don't do a lot of mayonnaise. My choice of condiment, I really love mustard and ketchup. So that's what we have here a lot.
Let's go. Why popcorn is pre-made, only 2 ingredients, and coconut oil is the oil bad for you? No, thanks. Yeah, I mean, cooking in coconut oil is good. Popcorn is good.
Popcorn is excellent in
coconut oil. They can't GMO.
Oil.
They don't GMO popcorn. They only GMO field corn.
Well, I don't know. We have to check on that.
No, I do know it.
That might have changed.
No, it's no change.
So
I did a video about it. You could type it in.
Yeah, but I'm saying since then I might have changed. I'm not up on that. But
that would be a bummer.
Popcorn is very good made with coconut oil.
Very good.
And very good with ghee.
Ghee, very good. Where do you buy soap nuts? Most of your hippie stores,
Well, online you can find them.
Yeah,
you can find soap nuts online. You can go and definitely, because it comes from a tree and they're a little bag. They're really cool. I use them too.
Yeah, chicken feed recipe. Type in chicken feed recipe off grid. We got that too. We do it all, man. We got everything you guys ever want to know. We got all the answers on the videos. All you got to do is type it in and put in off grid, Doug. What do you use to kill root nematodes?
The root? I don't do it. I
don't have it.
I've never done it. Well, if I do, I just don't do it.
Man, look at that meter. I'm a little bit on a lag time behind you guys. That meter is getting off the chain the closer I get to that phone. That's why you don't put the phone to your head, y'all. There are a lot of studies that say that causes brain cancer. And I think it was one of the big basketball players, put it in the comments if you know, he actually had found out that he had it. They had to cut it out and everything. And then he got a big cell phone contract to shut him up. Was that Kobe? Leave a comment down below if you know. Please hit that thumbs up. Help a guy out, would you? It's just right there. It's just for free. You go clickety and you hit that clickety and then click and it's free. And it really helps the guy out.
Oh, I just saw someone make my zucchini lasagna. It was good. I just made it too. What did I make it? 2 days ago? Yeah, I always look forward to it when it's zucchini season. I love to make zucchini lasagna. So if you don't know what it is you make lasagna, instead of using lasagna noodles, you get the zucchini and you slice it in, about 1-inch thick pieces. And I just cover the whole bottom of the pan really, really good. And then I'll do my layer. I do I can't always get mixed up. I do the meat, and I do the sauce, and then I do cheese, and I'll do sour cream with a bunch of eggs in it and beat it up and put it on top, put a bunch of seasoning and just keep layering it up. Oh, it's so good.
Norma, go to the Sun Oven website. I think they're doing pre-orders right now for the income pots. They have some more pots coming in. I think they discontinued the racks altogether, man. You don't even get the dehydrating racks anymore because they got so ridiculously expensive they couldn't do it. But if you get on there, I think there's a pre-sale, and then use your code off-grid when you check out, and you can save 10%. Okay.
Bernadette Evans wants to know, am I still using my crank clothes washer? Yes, Bernadette, I actually did. I did laundry yesterday, and I told Doug because it was gonna. Well, what was it? I told you. What did I tell you yesterday? Yesterday to remind me what? When we get
To get the clothes off the line.
Yes.
And I did it too.
No, he didn't because I was walking.
I did too. As soon as we came, I was out there. I said, "Get your clothes off the line."
Because I was already going to get
I don't know where
That's
you were going. I said, "Hey, get your clothes off."
Funny.
Oh.
Yes, I do. It's right out here. It's like right out the door, right here. I love my clothes. I love my clothes.
Yeah, we wash our stuff by hand, hanging on the line, and we cheat sometimes. I mean, we're only human.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just how it is.
Well, Lori's over 60 and power washed her house today.
You go, Lori. Yeah, 60 is the new 30. As long as you guys stay functional, like, you know what I'm telling you? Like, you have to use that body. You have to move it, or your muscles go away, and then you can't do it. You're winded, and then when you do it, then you're like, and then you don't do it because it was such a hassle last time you did do it. You know what I mean? And then you fall into this trap. Don't do it, well, but at least hit that thumbs up.
Kathy West says, I'm almost 70, and that's not old. You know what, Kathy? You're old. It's always 20 years older than you are. Just remember that, right? And none of us feel old. You still have that mindset of like, what, a 20-year-old?
You have a mindset of a 20-year-old?
No, I think I'll be older. If you guys could pick an age, like a mindset of an age, where would you want to be?
So, Tammy, basically what they say is that when you use the copper vessels, you don't want to leave your water in there for more than like 6 to 8 hours, anything past like 7, right around in there, like 5 hours, right? You're supposed to drink from your copper vessel several times a day and just let the water sit in there for 10, 20 minutes, so it absorbs some of that copper, and then boom, you drink it, and then it's good. But they just say leaving it sitting in there for a long time. So that's why I shy away from the copper bottle in that. And in some of those copper bottles, if you guys do want to get one, just be careful because they have coatings. Like, we don't have any coating. It's 100% copper vessel here. There are no coatings on there. So inside there is clean as whiskey, and everything's good. Okay, and these are handcrafted, actually. So that's kind of cool.
So Danielle says, we made it a year and 2 months completely off grid. The biggest challenge right now is water and keeping food cold and the heat.
Yes. Those are the 3 biggest challenges.
We will agree with you. Yes. And the big thing is, I'll say in the heat, like we have one of those little fans. And if you can have, because now those old Milwaukee, you have the fans that you can put the batteries in that will last a long time. And if you have access to that and a way to charge your batteries, you got it. That'll help if you can get the air stirred. And the big thing with us with the freezer, keeping stuff cold, I know, we were there. She's right. Valerie says, what's your intake on a body that is muscle aching all over? I do have arthritis, but this is insane. Should I uptake magnesium? Okay, just remember.
We're not doctors. We don't play one on YouTube.
Just know, always do your research on stuff.
Just stuff that's worked for us.
If, let's say it was me and I was achy all over and all of a sudden, it just sometimes find if it's worse than other times. I would look at what you're ingesting in your body. It could be the foods that you're eating. So if that was the case, I would probably, for myself, I would stop all sugars, any wheat products, and make sure no soy, but no wheat, no dairy, or no sugar. That's what I would do. And see what happens. Do it for a couple weeks and see. And then maybe that's it.
Patty, you can get a mug here. I'm leaving it in the comments for you. And they are going to be a good 3 to 4 weeks, right? So don't bug us or nothing. As soon as they get in, we'll rocket them out to you. But since we're talking about them and stuff, I didn't want you to be like, well, gee, I wanted to get a mug. But at least now you know you have one coming. But it's going to take a little bit. Do we use wild lettuce for pain?
Wild lettuce is wonderful. Right now it's going into seed. Wild lettuce is amazing. Making tinctures. So if you're not familiar with wild lettuce, it comes out, late spring, summer, and it does help with pain. and inflammation. Go ahead and do some research on wild lettuce. If you guys find it when you're foraging, going out, a lot of people, you can get apps and check it out. You can make tinctures out of it. These in these times, we have to have game plans of what we can do just in case. So get a book on it, look it up online, get pictures. There's lots of people talking about wild lettuce. You could go to Doc Jones, to the homegrown herbalist. You can go to our off-grid, which is Stacy.com.
Yep.
And
scroll down and you'll see it, homegrown herbalist.
Yeah, and he's got a lot. He's got tinctures for everything.
Oh.
And you'll get a discount. Go ahead and check out all his stuff and go that way. So yeah, we're going to talk in a little bit more about like what we can do in cases of emergency.
Your own home health care, yeah.
Yeah, where we can do our own home health care. So we're going to kind of talk about that coming up
next
soon.
week.
Yeah.
Next week, y'all, we're going to do it. We're going to talk about we're going to drop a bomb on you, and it's just for your own good. Like, it's going to be something you should have at your house. So if something goes down, because it's pretty wild out here. But if something goes down and you can't get the services or something, and you got to, do some stuff, this thing right here is going to guide you through it. Okay.
Oh, Peppermint Patty says brown out.
Peppermint Patty, isn't that cute?
Beginning in Colorado.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, everyone wants the AC. Everything is hot right now. Hot and flooded. Missouri's flooded. Minnesota, all these places are still flooded. A lot of water. It's going to rain tonight. Looks like any minute now, actually.
Oops. Moops is talking about mung beans. What's the question?
You like mung beans? That's what they asked.
Oh gosh, mung beans are great. You can sprout them. Yeah, they're great. And what I like about them too, once you get them, they will last a lot longer than other things do. Other sprouts.
Yes, white vinegar is made mostly from GMO white corn, so be careful with that. You guys got to become little label Nazis, man. I'm telling you, because they're trying to slip one by you, and then right when you start figuring it out, they start changing the name on you. That's how they're rolling out there right now. And no one's making this stuff up. No one's making up the fact that there was a ladder that the kid could just climb up. No one's making up the fact that everyone was going, hey, there's a guy right there with a gun right there crawling on the roof. Hey.
You're getting
no one's making that up. No one's making up that the Secret Service guy just stood there and didn't shoot nobody, did nothing, and waited for him to start popping off rounds. If this is how all this stuff goes, no one's making this stuff up, okay? No one's making up the little short Secret Service girl couldn't even holster her weapon after like 5 or 10 attempts. It was totally embarrassing. No one can make it up that they just put hands up like this to protect the president, former president, running for president. No one can make this stuff up, and no one can make it up that he just stood there, pushed him away, and said, fight. Totally exposing himself, not knowing if there was another shooter. And the next day played golf, and is at the convention right now. And I've been waiting to see him come out so I can see his ear. I don't know, man. It's like a movie, I'm telling you. And I got a clip too. The guy says it's like a movie. But there's people so invested in Trump. I mean, I'm just going to say it. Like, don't be mad at me. Remember, we're just talking here and stuff, right? Like, we don't all believe exactly the same stuff. But I'm just saying, like, they're so invested in that. Like, if it doesn't work, they can't see it. Like, he's basically the only hope. That's how they have this thing penned out. I saw someplace yesterday where they compared him to Lazarus. I mean, this is becoming epic. All right. Why don't they tell the agents' faces and record the dude? Fishy, yeah.
Oh, Jana says...
Yeah, he's a 20-year-old with zero social media presence. like he has some accounts. My son's been looking into this guy too, but he has some accounts, but he doesn't post anything. It's just everything's so fishy. And if you guys know about MK Ultra and about all this stuff, the general public, the normies, they call them, you guys have no idea about all this stuff that goes on behind the scenes. And it's not just like...
Some people do.
I know, that's what I said, but the normies... You guys just go to work, you pay your bills, you look on the surface to everything, and it's fine, like, because you don't want to know maybe, or it's just not really, doesn't matter. But if you deep dive into some of this stuff, it is so ridiculous, and it's all legit. And it's just crazy.
So
All right.
Janet says her husband cut his finger to the bone immediately.
Oh,
Packed it with the herbal stitches, and it is healed up in a week. And
what's herbal stitches?
It's this blend of herbs, and we have it's a powder, and we have it here at our store, and it works pretty good. Yeah. We think it's helped us many times, and we have lots of testimonies on how well it helps.
Do we have some in here? You said we do, don't we?
Oh, it should be right up there. Yeah. Oh, it's at offgridwithDougAndStacy.com. You can go to the shop tab, and it's a little bottle with lots of yummy stuff in it.
All right, y'all. So this is what they're talking about. It's not the same label anymore. I changed that up. But this is just the herbal blend that we sell that you put on your cut. It's not for punctures. It's only for cuts. And then you pack that into the cut, and then it cleans, repairs, and fixes it. Like if you thought you needed stitches, you could probably use this stuff and get away with it. Okay?
But of course, if things don't heal, stitches. You always seek medical help, right?
Yes. But it has, you saw that testimony, and we have lots of them that people have used that stuff, and it's worked awesome.
Yes, you were right about Kobe Bryant. Everyone's saying yes.
Yes, Kobe Bryant. See, I mean, I have the receipts, you guys. I don't make any of this stuff up. Don't be mad at me. And back to what we were talking about, too, is that people don't like the light, right? What happened when they had Barnabas and Jesus? He said, make the choice. And they knew Barnabas was a criminal and a thug, and he lived in the neighborhood. Don't you guys get it? It's kind of just the way it is. But I still can't shut up about it. I have to try to help you guys. There's a lot of people who don't know any of this stuff. They have no idea.
Darlene wants you to review generators. Just hearing me say it,
it can be doing it. Honda is the best generator. I don't have to review them.
And I don't know much, and I'll agree because I've listened to all of them.
We've had a lot of generators.
With all of them. The easiest ones and the best ones and the most consistent ones are all the Honda generators.
That's the number one, you guys, with generators. You want quiet generator. So because the Honda generators are the quiet.
You talk this. Here's the other thing. We talk about
the 3000 is the best. The 3000.
Yeah, your frequencies and the sounds. You know, a generator running all the time is not good for your soul.
We started off with a Harbor Freight one, like a little green one. It was so loud, and we used it for a long time. We actually went through two of them because the first one seized up. And then we had another one, and it was so loud. And we had another one, and it was so loud. But the Honda was expensive, and, you know, YouTube wasn't paying, and we were on the strict budget out here doing the thing. And then, so I finally could afford a Honda generator. I bought a Honda generator. Now I have several of them because 1 is none, 2 is 1, and 3 is done. Because if you have 2, one's going to go down, and then that other one's going to go down before you can get it into the repair shop. So just have, you know, do the best to have multiple backups of all your stuff. But Honda generators are the best for us, and we've been through tons of them.
And then Hudayas Hacienda, she says, love lasagna.
Barabbas. Yeah, Barabbas.
Yeah, love lasagna. Been cooking that in the sun oven lately, too. Yeah, lasagna in the sun oven would be great. Oh, and Tamara's getting her sun oven tomorrow.
Yeah, helicopter Kobe and his daughter. And he was about to come out with the daughter, I think, got sick and from taking some kind of a vitamin. And he busted the pharma companies for adding some type of chemical in the damn thing to make it addictive or something. And that was just about to bust loose, and his helicopter went down. This is all, like, you can go look this stuff up.
Jennifer Cowan, 3rd time's the charm, Jennifer. She made ketchup and then canned it. Can I then ferment it? No, I would not. No, you don't want to do that. I wouldn't do that. Just when you make your ketchup, just make it fresh. And then kind of go from there, because you've already. Well, I'm just trying to think. It'll be more of a pain. What are you looking at?
They want to know about my finger bump. It's gone almost, isn't it? I mean, it's still on there. It's hanging on by a thread.
Well, he hasn't been doing much with it.
I know. I've been working a lot, but yeah.
And let me finish
my story. It is going away.
So when you ferment your ketchup, you're going to put raw apple cider vinegar in it. You're going to put some things like ferment juice, which is alive, and you've canned it already, so you're going to kill a lot of the stuff. So you need to, like, if you use your canned tomato sauce that has the flavors you want, then you probably have to add some, like, raw apple cider vinegar to it. If you have my fermenting book, you can look at a recipe or find a recipe somewhere. how to make fermented ketchup, because then you're going to have to put existing juice from a ferment in there as well as some apple cider vinegar. Or you could do kombucha, put some kombucha in there. But you're going to need that to jumpstart it and let it ferment for like 3 days. So I would probably say maybe you're canned. You could, but you're going to have to doctor it up again before you let it ferment.
And y'all, propane generators suck. They literally suck the propane right through the thing.
They last like a day.
It was nothing.
It doesn't.
We did a test on it, and the gas lasts way longer than the propane.
Oh yes, definitely.
Way longer. So those are just facts, and we already tested it. Can you put your sweet potatoes upside down in the water when they're making slips? No, because when you pinch them off, you just stick them in like that. So the bottom where you pinch them off makes the vine.
Are you meaning the slips are coming up and it's upside down? But read the question again.
Good
Can
Lord.
you find it? Yeah, I don't know. About
Move on.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll just go over it. I'm not sure what you mean.
Can you put your sweet potatoes upside down in the water when making slips?
It generally will not work.
Fat in.
Well, it's not always. You have, when you're doing your sweet potato, making the slips, you want to find all the eyes. And wherever you see a lot of the eyes, you're going to put that at the top. Usually the pointy end goes to the bottom and the big end goes to the top a lot of the times. It kind of depends. Sometimes I've had it where it's different and all of a sudden you'll have it in the water and you'll have some of them coming up. They never do very good if they're in the water. If they're up a little higher and they're not in the water, they'll come up and those will work. But generally, but I don't know if that's the question you were wanting to know. I don't know. So.
Yeah, you can use the herbal stitches on your dog, on your horses, on anything. It's just herbal. It's just herbs. And unless they might try to lick it off or something, but if it's in an area that, but not on a puncture. You guys, a puncture is a totally different ball game than a cut. So just remember that when you guys are around the homestead or you're doing your thing. You know, you don't have to run and get no fake tetanus shot or nothing. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on YouTube. But you don't treat a puncture the same way you do a cut. Okay? Doug and Stacy off grid for a month. No more computers. Turn them off. Just an idea. No. Right now, things are pretty hot and heavy, man, and I want to know what's coming down my road. And then I wouldn't be able to help you guys out either. Plus, we've grown fond of y'all. So we'll be hanging out with you as long as you hit that thumbs up. All right, clean makeup. Troops and Co.
Well, you know what I'll do? Someone was asking about books. I'm going to go get my remedy book. Actually, it's right here. And in that I have, I'll give you guys some books that I really like. And then also some makeup. How's that?
Oh boy.
I'll give you a little bonus.
There goes today. All the guys just left.
No, the books. They'll like the books. They'll like the books. See, I didn't have to go very far.
I wouldn't even get a tetanus shot. Why do you need one for it?
Okay.
St. Louis for an assignment. Wanted to come visit you guys and Stacy. Make sure you guys are subscribed to. They're unsubscribing people like crazy. Messing with the analytics.
Here it is.
Here it is.
Okay.
She's ready. Here she goes.
Are we ready? So, I said reading is fundamental. Here are some books are timeless.
What is this now?
This is my remedy book.
This is your remedy book. Did you show them? That's her remedy book. Give them a synopsis of your remedy book. See, I know big words.
Yes, I just have lots of remedies, health, home, and body with a smile.
With a smile even.
So in it, the sections I got, what do I have in here? I don't know what I have. Let's see.
And you guys, thanks for watching all of our old videos and just letting them even play, because that actually helps us out. So anytime you guys can watch our old videos and just kind of binge watch us a little bit, that does help the channel out. Go ahead.
So I got apple cider vinegar uses. So these are all just like home remedies. Salt uses, garlic and ginger uses, onion uses, raw honey, manuka honey uses, cayenne pepper, bentonite clay uses, nourishing drinks, natural and non-toxic health and beauty, natural products for non-toxic home remedies for animals. So that's some of the stuff in there. and then I kind of talk at the beginning, kind of like stuff that I do. So there's a little bit of everything in there. And so I wanted to give you some of the books that I like a lot. And I had them, and now I lost them. See, you messed me up.
Don't even. Come on now.
Here we go. Okay. So there's a group of books that I love. It's by, she's a master herbalist. She's a Mennonite lady. And they're called Be Your Own Doctor and Be Your Own Doctor Too by Rachel Weaver. And she also has one that's good called Backyard Pharmacy. And another one is Be Your Child's Pediatrician. And it's Rachel Weaver, MH, Master Herbalist. And then absolutely, if you have kids, this is an amazing, amazing, amazing book. It's called How to Raise a Healthy Child in Spite of Your Doctor by Robert Mendelsohn. That's one that I like. And then there's Dr. James D. Antonio. That's a long name. But he's got a few books that are wonderful. But two of them that I really like are called The Salt Fix. So everything you want to know about salt and what it can do for you. And we do love the Redmond, you know, guys. And The Obesity Fix. Those are excellent books. A lot of times, you know, you read some of these books. Let's say you've been doing something your whole entire life. You know, you think you're eating this right. You're doing this right. You know, you can't lose weight. I don't know what's wrong. You know, a lot of this is, you know, if you read a book and all of a sudden it'll just click, or you're like, that makes total sense. I need to start doing this, or, you know, changing, you know, certain things that I do. And that's just excellent. So The Salt Fix and The Obesity Fix. Let me see what else. Oh, another one that I love, and you can learn about a lot with magnesium. It's called The Magnesium Miracle by Dr. Carolyn Dean, D-E-A-N. It's a great book. You'll just learn so much, like things that you have been suffering from your whole entire life. Maybe it's like, maybe just because I'm low in magnesium. So you'll learn a lot about magnesium. That's a great book. And the other one that I love, and these are books that really, especially like this magnesium one, and the next couple I'm going to talk to you about, these next two are by Dr. David Brownstein. And the first one is called Iodine, Why You Need It, Why You Can't Live Without It by David Brownstein. An amazing book. You'll learn so much from that one. And then the other one that's great if you want to learn about your hormones is called The Miracle of Natural Hormones by David Brownstein. Those are really good too. And another one that I really like is, if you want to learn more about earthing or grounding, it's called Earthing, the Most Important Health Discovery Ever by Clint Ober. So that's a good book. And this is a great book, is Your Body's Many Cries for Water. Okay. And that's by F. Botmangeldi. I never know how to say his name right. But Your Body's Many Cries for Water. You'll freak out when you can learn what water does and all about water. It's just an amazing book. And then I love talking about animals, The Forever Dog by Dr. Karen Becker and Rodney Habib. That's a great book about your dogs. And if you want recipes to take care of your dog and feed them snacks and food really good, the new book she's got is called Forever Dog Life. I think that's what it's called. And that's a really, really good book too. I want to get that one. I haven't got it yet. So, those are some. I have a lot more on here, but those are all good. Oh, and then, well, what else? What else do I have on here?
Yeah, you could use bentonite clay on deeper wounds, and you could also use that for burns, diaper rash.
Well, I don't know. Well, it depends how deep. You don't want to go, crazy.
No, I'm not going crazy. Just for you.
Okay.
What do you think of the Mediterranean diet? We're not into diets.
But, just eating like the Mediterranean way of life. I mean, that's how I grew up. That's how I ate. And we kind of eat that way now, too, Doug and I, pretty much. I mean, it's wonderful. They have, watch where you get your fish from, of course. Make sure you're getting wild caught fish or you're fishing itself. But if you guys want to freak out, I don't know how I found it. I think you could probably just Google it. But they're talking about the contamination and the toxins and stuff in your local ponds and lakes around your area. And you can check and see, and it'll tell you, they test them. and you can find out. So I was like, oh my gosh. So just make sure you're getting it from a good place.
Yeah, colloidal silver is awesome. Make sure you're getting it from a good source.
A great place, I will say, I'm going to tell you guys, if you want a great, it's called Cleanse. It's from Onle, Onle. It's made from structured water, and it's really a really good one. So that's one I would recommend.
And you could probably use bentonite clay on snake bites because it pulls. It's a puller. We don't really get snake bites around here. But
yeah, but you know, if you have a problem and you got a poisonous one, you don't just put the bentonite clay.
No, you got to cut it and suck it.
No,
and
you
spit
don't.
it out like
That's wrong.
like the cowboys did.
No, you don't do that. Okay, Lola, can I ferment cabbage leaves? What do you mean, the whole cabbage head, or are you talking about the outer part that pops out? Lola, let us know about that. If you see that coming on there. And
Blackberries, there's thornless blackberries and there's thorn blackberries. The thornless blackberries, those are probably the ones you like because you don't get stuck when you go get them.
Everyone likes those, yeah.
But you get bigger blackberries with the thorn ones.
They're huge. We have both, and always the thorn are huge, huge.
Doug, how about the care package?
Oh, Valerie says, how old would you all be if you didn't know the date you were born? Everyone, let's leave a comment.
Well,
how old would you be if you didn't know the date you were born?
You'd be paying more attention to the moons, because then you know, daily day would be more important to you, so you'd know 365 days. There would be a year, so you'd be a lot more aware of
But
that.
I think it's meaning like how old, like would you say you are?
Yeah.
How old would you say you are?
Well, I'm 56. I probably feel like I'm probably 40. What about you?
Me? I'll say 42.
You always want to be older.
Older?
Yeah, than me.
Yeah, because I am.
All right. Now we're just hanging out, man. We want to answer your questions, you guys. Come on, give us some questions. We want more questions. More questions.
Lynn wants to know, do we eat fresh lavender? You know what, Lynn? Generally, what I use lavender for is just to add a little flavor. I like to add it to my tea blends because it really gives it a unique flavor. I like lavender. And then also you can put it in some herb mixes, in like when I'm making, fish or chicken or even some beef, things like that. I'll put it in some of that sometimes. But generally, that's how I use it. I know a lot of people, even in like baking, you can use it like that because it just gives it that nice flavor. But generally, that's what I use that for.
And we love beeswax wraps for your food. What a great natural way to preserve your food in the icebox and stuff.
Yep.
Do we move the coconut now? Because we use it fast, but
do we move what?
The coconut oil from the plastic jars into the glass jars.
But the thing is I also have it in glass jars too.
Yeah.
Bernadette says she doesn't mind being 65, but she needs to eat better.
You do. Everybody does. You guys are tricking you at the stores.
Everybody can do a little bit better.
Facts.
And if you start doing a little bit better for a couple weeks and you notice what a change, your mind is clearer, you don't have foggy brain, you don't ache as much.
Can I use my whey from my homemade yogurt to ferment my ketchup?
Yes. Just make sure you strain it good. You don't want to get any of the milk part of it in there. One thing, when you do strain your yogurt, to get the whey, strain it twice. You want a nice, it'll be a kind of a yellowy color. That whey is very good to drink. It's high in protein and it's very helpful for you. So even if you want to do like a little shot of that, if you start collecting your whey, you can go ahead and do that. But it'll stay in the refrigerator like 6 months. It'll be fine and it'll taste just as good as when you made it.
Yeah, we still use the Berkey for shizzle.
Cindy wants to know, why are my beets pushing up out of the soil? Because that's just what beets do. That's what they do. And they're fine. They're fine.
Stacy does carry. Use the highest gauge you can afford. 6, 7 gauge is fine.
What are you talking about?
For your wire, for your electroculture.
Not 6 or 7. You can go like, what is it, 15, 16? Someone was asking, yeah, if you get the wire, you just go up clockwise up a stick or something and stick that in the ground at least 6 inches. And the higher you go, the better. Try to go at least 6 feet with a stick, but do what you can. Every little bit will help. Oh, Sherry says that she's been mixing raw milk kefir with fresh orange juice. Bloating is way down. Good.
What's your opinion on taking cholesterol?
Cholesterol?
Mm-hmm.
People love it, and a lot of people have a lot of good, benefits from it. Are you noticing anything? I'm all about, sometimes the proof is in the pudding. How do you feel? What's going on?
Thanks for the compliment there, Ordinary Pete.
Oh, Tammy, she says this geezer just bought a rebounder and indoors bike because it's really hot here in Florida.
She's kidding.
Well, you know what, Tammy? It
is. Did you get a Bellicon?
Well, whatever. At least she's got something. And you can just bounce and watch TV in the hot weather. I know it's hot in Florida.
Yeah, you don't really water potatoes too much. They like some water, but
Well, potatoes in the beginning, all of them, sweet potatoes and regular potatoes, you got to make sure you water them really good at the beginning.
Right.
So they can get established. And then a lot of times you can just let them go.
They just go.
Yeah. Now, if you do see them and they're really droopy and they'll
really talk to you.
Yeah, then you can water them. Here we've learned, because we didn't have access to water many, many years ago before we ended up getting our water, gravity fed water. But like, I didn't have water, so I just did the best we could. And it's sort of like the old pioneers, they're praying for water. And, things actually do pretty good. You get a nice rain, you get the nitrogen from the lightning, the thunder and all that. You're getting that wonderful rainwater. And then all of a sudden they look pretty bad. And all of a sudden they perk back up. And generally, unless you have a severe drought, a lot of plants will do good. And what really helped us is because I companion plant. So in my raised beds, I don't plant all of one thing. I have a lot of different things there. And then they'll start to grow and then they'll cover the soil. And then that way the ground stays, moist longer. And things end up doing pretty good and they don't dry out that much. Like if I had a lot of open areas, you're going to notice, oh my gosh, it's so dry. But I try to fill everything in. I'll put marigolds. So I like to have flowers. I like to have herbs. I like to have, maybe a couple herbs, maybe one herb at one end, a thyme at one end, and maybe oregano at the other end. And then maybe I'll have tomatoes, maybe I'll have peppers, maybe I'll have some chives. Who knows, what I'm going to put in there. Or if I'm doing my marigolds or I'm doing nasturtiums, some carrots, some lettuce, I just kind of mix it all up so it's all filled up. And that really does help the watering situation, because I don't have a good way to water. And we all had a lot of problems because we have a little gravity fed tank in our raised bed area, and then trying to have to water, and all this time I'd get the hose and it would be so slow. So finally what we did is we got, what kind of battery is that we have for the garden? A car battery? What is it called?
Yeah, it's 12 volt.
A 12 volt car battery. And then we just hook up like little jumper cables to it. And then I have a regular wand now, and then I can water when I need to, and that makes it much easier. So that kind of fixed our problem that we had to help with the water, because before I'd be out there, it'd be dripping out of there, and it was just miserable. I have to water all the time, so I didn't like it.
Y'all, in case you didn't know, because we don't talk about it that much, but we try to, that Stacy is actually hosting a woman's conference. Okay.
And also next week I will talk about it more into detail, because we're finishing it up, and will we have it on up yet next week, or maybe the week after?
I think they're working on it now.
Yeah. So, and then I can talk more about it then, and I'll let
But if you want to get tickets, it's going to sell out. It sells out every year. This is our second year, but it did sell out last year. But she's going to have some great topics. It's 2 days, action packed all day, 8 hours every day. Talk, teach. And then we have food from the farm, no Walmart. And we'll cook it for you guys on site and have it for you there. And also we have boondocking. If you have an RV or if you want a tent camp, you can do that for $50 for both days, actually 3 days, because you get there on Thursday, then it's Friday, Saturday, and then you leave Sunday morning. So it's just $50 for the whole time. But you should probably, look into going to that. A lot of you guys have these questions here about your health, I see, and women things. And you should come to the conference where Stacy's going to be spending her time just helping you. And if you have a family and you want to eat better, you guys can come and learn.
Yeah, we're going to learn everything
just
about
gonna be really
everything. And I'll
good.
go into more detail next week and tell you
Yeah.
everything that we're
But
going to
you
be
should
talking
get your
about.
tickets now, because the closer we get, because I think we're like 80-something days away.
No.
Yeah.
Just August, September, October, 30, 60, 90. Oh, no, because it's at the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So you
man.
guys are going to need to get your tickets, start making your accommodations, stay at the Super 8 in Bowling Green, and get ready, because it's going to be the bomb diggity, and Stacy's going to be having a lot of information. Last year we had so many people, such great feedback, and the conditions were kind of crazy because we had this cold, crazy, windy, rainy day.
It was beautiful, and then all of a sudden the winds came in. It was kind of like an out-of-body experience, and it got so cold and windy.
This year we moved it up to the early part of the month, and it's just going to be fantastic. So you guys spend the money, come see Stacy and her team of ladies that will help guide you through some of this stuff, and it'll be worth every penny and your time.
Holly says, oh, this is what I wanted to talk about. Last week on the live show, okay, everyone listen, this is important. Last week on the live show, I was talking about like your fall garden and when to do the fall garden. And I said it's the end of the month of July, usually when we plant. And then I said that the Amish, their big thing is, I said July 31st, and I don't know what I was thinking. So today, when I was over at our friend Noah's house, and I said on the live show last week that there was like this rhyme that they would say all the time. And I was wrong. It's not the 31st. It's July 25, you plant, rain or shine. And it's the 25th. And then he was saying how his mom and his grandparents, everyone would say, that's what you do no matter what. You plant it, rain or shine, on July 25. So that's when you start your fall garden, because someone was asking about peas. Yes, you can plant your peas then too. So you can do beets, you could do lettuces, you could do greens, you could do radishes, your sweet peas, your cabbage, your brassicas, like broccoli, cauliflower, bok choy, Brussels sprouts. You can plant onions again, parsley, carrots, bush beans. So you can plant a lot of these different things now for your fall garden.
Cilantro. Yeah,
your cilantro. So a lot of your herbs. Cilantro, honestly, if you don't get your cilantro planted early, and it takes a while for it to germinate, and that's why a lot of people have problem, because they'll plant it later and then it gets really hot, and then cilantro doesn't like it really hot. So you'll have really good success planting your cilantro late in the season. So don't forget to do your cilantro if you're a cilantro lover. All right.
So please answer, do you guys eat grains? We eat a little bit of rice.
I will do, yes, I do grains. I do
very minimal.
Yeah, I don't do a whole lot, but I do, if I do grains, we do have like wheat berries. So I like einkorn berries or spelt berries. And then I can soak them, I can grind them up. We do have a local farmer here, Amish farmer, who does grow local spelt and einkorn here. And then they grind it. I find out about it, and then they grind it fresh, and then I can get it from them. And I will do bread, and I'll do pizza. I don't do it all the time. But I do like a lot of wild rice. I like rice, quinoa. But if I am going to do a lot of that stuff, I do soak it before I cook it. What else do we do? I like pumpkin seeds, but that's not a grain.
Hey, on your 13-year-old acne, try to slip some bentonite clay face masks on it. That's helped a lot of people. You could try that.
And also look into what's going on in the gut, your gut health. It's very, very important. So maybe adding some fermented foods, that would be good. As a 13-year-old, you could really do a lot with, with the garden now, or some farmers markets, getting some fresh produce and making, you can do some carrots, or you can do some beets. You can ferment a lot of these different things. And
yeah,
just
Lorraine,
adding them to your diet.
Lorraine, you better hustle them up. You better tell them, hey, sugar daddy, give me that money. I'm going to go see Stacy and learn a bunch of stuff. Okay, but if you think about it and you break it down by the hour, I mean, it's not expensive at all, man. 2 full days plus food. Come on now.
Oh, your guys are gonna
It's
leave with
every
so much
penny,
knowledge.
man.
You won't not. You're gonna learn a lot.
Yes.
And the good thing about something like that, people have questions. You can
You
really
have
talk
answers.
yeah, you can really get a lot of answers.
You can start writing down your questions down, have them for 80-something days, and bring that whole thing of questions. And we'll have the spring conference tickets up for sale pretty soon too. You guys, we have a spring conference every year, the Homesteading Life Conference, and we'll have the spring tickets up for sale here pretty soon.
So Tanya says, what was the benefit of cream of tartar? So cream of tartar is a spice that you buy at the store. It's made from tartaric acid, which comes from like the inside of like wine caskets. And is that what it is? A casket? They do call them that too, don't they? Wine barrels, not a casket. And it has magnesium and things in it, or a wine barrel. And it has magnesium. So a lot of times if people have a headache, you can just take like half teaspoon in a glass of water and drink it. And a lot of times it may help alleviate it. So I'm all about food source things, and not taking medicine. So that might be something that somebody might want to try. If maybe you're starting to get a headache, you can, see how it works. But it works for a lot of people. I mean, people are like, oh, I have a headache. I'm like, do you have cream of tartar? And so they do it and it'll get better. And then generally after that, after 20 minutes or so after that, they do another dose of it. And a lot of times it'll go away.
Yeah, Sue, actually, some of the people that, will be presenting at Stacy's gig will have some handouts for you, but we do suggest...
Oh no, we'll have a note. Well, you'll have a little notebook.
Yeah, you should take notes, but I mean, a lot of the people do come with like a handout, like for you to read or take.
Oh yeah, you'll get a little notebook, and I'll have little notepads and stuff. But bring stuff like that if you like to write on different things, but you'll have like a little notebook.
And we actually will have Amish folks there selling their goods. We have some Mennonite folks there. Yeah, that's the spring conference, not at the women's conference. So that's really a fun event that we put together. We had over 2,000 people last spring.
I loved it. It was so much fun.
It's so much fun.
I love the venue. I like the venue.
So stay tuned. I'll have those tickets popping up here for sale here in about a week or two, maybe.
Yeah. I'm already getting plans ready for it's May 16th and 17th next year.
Yeah. You guys just remember everything. The motto is teach them everything about nothing. We are being dumbed down. We are not coming from Neanderthals and progressing into smarter, better humans. We are actually degressing as humans. We actually were really smart. We're still trying to figure out how they built the pyramids and how all this ancient knowledge stuff was. So we're actually dumbing ourselves down. If you don't understand, this is all by design, all by design.
And here's the other thing it's like we're preaching to the choir. Look at how we have been torn away from nature. It's so important that we get out in nature. It's very healing and very therapeutic. We're always go, do this, loud noises, and it just totally shuts everything down. And you can't be really who are we meant to be, having a clear mind, being able to focus. We need time for relaxation. No one's getting enough relaxation these days. The kids are doing this, going everywhere. And no one has that time just to relax and like meditate and just kind of hang out. People are just going too much.
No one even talks anymore. They got their phones and they sit across from each other. You guys see it when you go out to eat or you're in any kind of public space. And the kids now are younger and younger, have big thick glasses on, and they got their faces down on their tablets and phones.
So here's the thing, you got to make a choice, That's why, I mean, you do see a lot of people that are trying to change things and moving out and living out in the country, and even bringing friends with them, bringing their families out, or just start educating your people in your family, teaching them, maybe giving them information to teach them about things, or maybe have times where you can go out to the park and hang out and have picnics, and just getting out in nature and just hanging out with each other, listening to the birds, little things like that make a difference. Just getting outside and just noticing what's going on, looking up at the sky, looking at the trees, sit under a tree, have a picnic, these things. I remember as a kid, I used to love, I'm like, friends would come over and like, what do you want to do? And I'm thinking, let's go have a picnic. So we would get a basket and fill it up and then just go sit out like under a tree in my front yard. I had this huge 100-year-old maple tree and we just put the blanket down and sit and have a picnic. And I just thought it was like the best thing in the whole wide world.
My big first bike trip I ever took on my bicycle, I made a little lunch and everything, and I rode like, I mean, it seemed like pretty far, but I rode to, and I sat on the side of a Denny's and had my little packed lunch.
Well, see, okay, this is everyone's homework this week. I always give my classes homework. So, what I teach. So, your homework this week is you are all going to have a picnic with your family or loved one or a friend or something and go pick someplace kind of cool that's out in nature and have a picnic under a tree.
Honeycomb Hideaway. You don't really milk your sheep. You got to get some goats.
But you can.
I mean, you can, but it's a hassle. Like, they don't really produce like the, like the goats do. So if you're after that kind of a thing, you just get some goats.
Some will, but you know what? I honestly, if I got a different breed of sheep, I would milk my sheep because sheep have the most fat in their milk, and their milk is amazing. I love sheep cheese. I love everything about it. So there are other sheep. I'm not exactly sure the kinds, but there are other sheep that are very good at milking. So look into it because that is on my bucket list. Maybe I would love to. I love my sheep, but I would love to milk sheep, but I just don't want to commit to it right now. But sheep milk is wonderful.
Yeah, Jody, I guess that's the problem really, is it started off all good and everything, and then you kind of went all kind of crazy. So I just been kind of leaving it alone for now. And there you are right now doing it again. So I'm just letting it be, letting it be. Can you feed wild lettuce to your chickens? Sure. And if they don't like it, they won't eat it. Is there something you guys, is there something for the guys as well? No, there's nothing for the guys. I will not be babysitting your husbands while Stacy has her conference going on. They tried to get me last year.
We will also have, we are doing
But they can go to
women's self-defense.
Hannibal. Yeah, there's a women's self-defense class.
There are a lot of husbands that come with the wives.
Yeah, and they go to
just kinda do
Hannibal.
whatever
They can go to the cave and do the cave tour in Hannibal. There's lots of stuff to do up there. Some guys went down to St. Louis area. There's a Top Golf down there, and just stuff like that. But I can't be responsible for your man's. That is good stuff, though. A couple guys showed up last time, and they were like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Everybody else can hear us. Gary, try your settings on your phone or something. I don't know. Sheep milk is the best. Yeah, I know, but you just don't get a lot of return for the work.
Trust me. You have the right sheep.
Trust me.
You haven't done it before.
I did. We have milk sheep before.
No, but these sheep, there's other sheep that'll be better.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Nubian goats is where it's at. They got the good milks.
Yeah, but it's not as tasty. And
all right, we're 87 minutes we gave you guys. 2331 thumbs up and 2334 in D house. You guys did it. Awesome. We really do appreciate it. We don't really like oxalates that cause chronic joint issues. That's why we cut back on a lot of our greens.
And just know oxalates, some oxalates that are in foods, like your nightshade vegetables like tomatoes and peppers. Chocolate has a lot of oxalates too in it. Affect other people, and some people might have all these aches and pains and they don't know why, and then you go to the doctor and they'll put you on these anti-inflammatory medicines, and it could be from that. So over time, if you do a high oxalate type diet, maybe eventually it could really start to bother you. So I just chose that I'm not going to do like tons of oxalate rich foods. I've just cut back with them, and I still like them and I still will eat them, but it's not going to be, the majority of my diet. I like to have a good varied diet. We have eggs, I cook with ghee. We'll do things, I have rice once in a while. We have good grass-fed meat. And that's what we eat.
With one strand of DNA.
Yeah, I like to do my microgreens, and I like to do, the produce that we grow in the garden. And I like to do a lot of my ferments, but we have cut back a lot on them. It was weird. Many years ago, I totally stopped doing spinach because it just made me feel weird. So I stopped that, and it's a very high oxalate food too. And a lot of your greens, like Swiss chard, those all have it. Kale.
All right, Margie. Here comes the deer in the headlights. Stacy, what type of sheep do you recommend for milking?
That's the one I'm not. I know. Look it up.
I'm the sheep person around here.
But you don't know about milk sheep.
Because it's not
we
that
have
good.
katanas.
It's a lot of work. I'm not wrong. Like, yes, you can do it. I'm telling you, yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Well, it's just not.
But you don't know the kind.
It doesn't matter what kind. The sheep are just not prolific milkers. They're just not. I don't care what kind. That's why everyone has a Nubian. That's why the Nubians and the goats are where it's at.
Goat milk is going to taste totally different than sheep milk.
And no one ever talked about the taste, but I'm just telling you guys. The sheep is. I'm a sheep man, y'all. I mean, I don't just play one on YouTube. I love my sheep. I've been with them all these years.
There was a sheep person on
years,
Instagram.
All this loving and
babysitting
and watching and doing and milking for the babies and colostrum strokes and
I milked them. I milked them,
man. We've done it.
They milk very.
They're
fine.
Okay, but they just don't put it out like.
But if you don't drink that much, well, do your research.
Don't do that much.
I would do the milk sheep if I had the time, because I like the milk.
Yeah, the sheep is good. What was the one people had the donkey milk? We met some people that sell donkey milk in Oklahoma. You could type that in, right?
Well, they can't sell it because of the way the government is.
But they have soap and they have other stuff.
Yeah, it's called Dolce.
Dolce Donkey.
It's DULCE Donkey. She has the
You
best
guys go look them
soap, and then cream for your face. Was it Cleopatra? Used it for like her skin. It's the donkey milk. It's wonderful. It's just filled with so many wonderful things, and I love it. The soap was wonderful, and the lotion, different things. They have one for you. What's it called? Like Botox in a bottle or something. I don't know.
Dolce Donkey in Oklahoma. Dolce. And just tell them you guys know us. Like when you guys make a purchase, just say you heard about it on Off Grid with Doug and Stacy and check it out.
Yeah, it was kind of neat.
All right, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Right, these are my shoes. Right. These are some of the best shoes I've ever had. Right. Like seriously, these are like zero gravity or whatever.
Zero shoes.
Yeah, zero shoes.
Yeah.
And so here's the deal, y'all. I have not worn my boots. You guys have always seen me in my boots like forever. I have not worn those boots. They got dust all over them. I haven't worn them in probably a long time. And I quit wearing socks and stuff because I was like, man, I think socks are causing a problem with men's health, especially men's health, because we wear the crew socks and stuff and the calf. I'm leaving you guys on some real good stuff here.
He's so proud of himself.
The calf muscle, they call the calf muscle the second heart, right? That's your second heart. So your heart pumps and then the calf muscle is responsible for pushing it back up. So if you have these little tiny, that's why you don't skip leg day, bro. But the calf muscle is very important. So I was thinking to myself, I've had this thought for a long time. The socks are always making a band around my leg and causing an indentation and everything, right? And then I was like, dang, and I'm just losing all my hair on my legs from like my calf down, right? And then Stacy was looking it up and she's like, oh man, some of this could be like you have some low testosterone. I'm like,
I didn't look it up. I knew it already.
Well, you know what I'm saying. And I'm like, well, I don't have any low testosterone. You know what I mean? I'm pretty loaded with that. So I was having this problem, but I haven't had socks on for a long time now.
His hair grew back.
And y'all, my hair is on fire down here growing up. So see, I'm just trying to let you guys know that everything that they have is designed to make you sickly. I am a firm believer in it. You don't have to believe the way I believe, but I am telling you guys that everything... That's why it's the Food and Drug Administration, because everything they're doing is designed to make you sick so they can churn and burn your butt out of here and get all the money out of you they can and then see ya. I just believe that.
So let's have a thumbs up for Doug's new
So my experiment is working for real. I'm not
legs.
wearing any more socks. I'm not wearing those boots. Now, if I have to do some heavy duty stuff, I'll put the boots on to do some stuff. But I'm building a house right now and I'm just being careful with everything. I don't want to drop nothing on my feet, right? But that's where I'm at with this stuff. I'm trying to drink out of my copper cup and eat my good ferment Stacy gives me and have my magnesium. And I'm living my best life. Me and Stacy are living our best life.
It's a little hot right now.
We feel it. But hot is good because we sweat. We're uncomfortable. That's how you're supposed to be. We're hunters and gatherers.
Oh, you want to tell everybody else what you stopped wearing?
No. But they could probably figure it out. Just work on up the way from the socks there, right? Because that's just another thing that's banding around you and tightening up around you. And so I thought I never did like it. I never did like it, but I'm going for it now. I'm trying it. So there you go.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago on the live show.
And we had even 100% cotton socks, and it's still the elastic and just the fact that it's rubbing on you like that. You know, I just don't trust it. And I'm seeing the results. All right. So there you go. You guys got all the information because you are the Homestead homies. Yes, you stay to the end. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure we see you at the Women's Conference. It's our last time to see us this year. We normally have something in August for you guys too. We have 3 conferences a year. We're skipping the August one this year because we're building a house with our friend, because we are building community, right? And we have to help each other out. Many hands make light work. So when we all work together as a community, all this other outside stuff is just noise until they, I guess, come to your gate. But if we all get together and we really try to build a really good, tight community, and we do the things that we say that we're doing, we can really turn the tide on this stuff and get back to this more local centrist mindset, if you will. America first is not a bad thing, by the way. I don't understand how they're trying to flip the script, saying that America first is like a bad thing, because it's not a bad thing. Charity starts at home. We're to take care of our own first. Yep. And then when we're strong and good and taken care of, we can go do more good out there for the people. All right. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and we'll see you. I guess tomorrow I'll put up the video. I'll get up early in the morning, and I'll do the video about the earbuds. And I'll show you guys exactly what's going on with those. And you make your own decisions, but I'm just trying to help you guys along. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow with that one. You can share that one with your friends. It's going to be lit. And stay vigilant out there. Okay? Yes, and enjoy your chocolate tea. You can get some at offgridwithdougandstacy.com and then hit the shop tab.
Or rest and digest. That's what I'm going to go have in a little bit.
Yeah, go make us some.
I will.
All right.
When the sun goes down, it's time to rest.
Sleepy little town. Yep. All right, we'll see you guys on the next video. Okay,
remember your homework.
Oh, and if you're just watching the replay, leave your questions down below, and we'll try to circle back around. Remember that? Circle back around, and we'll get those questions answered for you guys, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Have a great evening.
All right.